Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Tyler here from IvyLeagueFX. Yo, so I do have a Christmas special running. It is $750 for lifetime access to the Discord. You get the course with it. You get everything, the full package for life. If you guys want to check out the link down below, book a consultation call, and we'll get you started on that right away. Also, hope you guys enjoy the video. This video is super crucial. This is like the #1 thing in trading. So if you guys do enjoy it, make sure to drop a like, drop a follow, share it with a friend if they're struggling trading. Because if they're struggling, most likely it's gonna be one little tiny thing. Also, grind don't stop. Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys later this week. We'll just start doing 2 videos a week, so pay attention. Make sure you guys hit that bell, turn those notifications on, and let's get it. When we're trading, we all go through a psychological cycle, right? Fear, greed, anxiety, depression, FOMO, which is a fear of missing out. So if we have any of those things, you have felt the psychological, I would say downside to trading, right? Or upside too. When you're killing the market, right? You're super happy, you're excited, your life's good, everything's great. When you take losing trades, like let's say you have a losing week, right? A lot of people have trouble dealing with that. So I just wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks how to deal with that, and also how to improve on your psychological when trading. So the first one I'm gonna go over is fear, okay? So typically when we're in the markets like right now, right? We listen to the news, you have a lot of fear in your system because it's being pumped into you every second of every day. So let's say you just came off of a huge loss, right? So if you came off a huge loss, you're most likely gonna be scared to enter the next position. So that's where this one comes in right here. So your trading plan, right? That would include like your risk management, and it would also include like, okay, what am I looking for to enter on this trade? So now if you have a trading plan, you should be able to get rid of this fear, right? And this will also get rid of greed. This will also get rid of the depression. The depression maybe not so much, because even with a trading plan, you can lose quite a bit. But I would say #1 thing to always have is a trading plan. Your trading plan can be made up of how much percentage of my account do I want to make per day, per week, per month, per year. And also, what is my maximum loss for the day before I call it quits, right? Because we get in this cycle of like revenge trading. So revenge trading is when we go into a trade, we lose a trade, we lose another trade, we lose another trade, then we just keep stacking the same lot size or a larger lot size to try and make up for our losses. And typically that results in blown accounts, fear, greed, depression, all that shit. So the more that you revenge trade, the worse it's gonna get. The more pissed off you're gonna get, the more sad, whatever. So that's why it's so important to have that trading plan and to have that discipline of cutting yourself off. So as soon as you cut yourself off, you know, okay, hey, like I took, 15% loss for the day, 20% loss for the day. So after I've taken that maximum loss, I'm gonna call it quits, and then I'm gonna wait for the next day. But I'm still sticking to my trading plan. So as far as the fear goes, as long as it's at your setup, you should be okay to go. If your strategy works, you need to take that setup every single time you see it. You just can't take the setup once, skip the next 4 trades, and then hit that last one, because that last one may be that losing trade. So that would mean, 3 out of 5 times my strategy has worked, which is good. That's a really good win ratio, right? And if you stick to your risk management, let's say risk management's at least 2 to 1, right? You're still making twice as much as you would have lost regardless. Even if you would have lost, let's say, so if it's 2 to 1, right? You win 3 trades, you lose 6. You're still okay, you're still break even. So that'll get rid of a lot of this shit. All this stuff, all these emotions come from like over leveraging and then trying to over trade on a small account. If you're taking 20, 30, 40 trades a day, you're not gonna make it. That's just not gonna happen. You need to take, solid setups. If you look at your phone, and typically they say too, right? The more time you spend on the market, the more money you lose. And that's honest truth. That's 100% honest truth, because the more time you're spending on the market, you always I want to enter a trade, I want to enter a trade, I want to enter a trade. That's an anxiety, right? Where's my anxiety at? This eagerness or anxiety, okay? So the longer I spend on the market, the more anxious I get, the more eager I am. Because I'm like, oh, fuck, I want to get in a trade. I want to get in a trade so bad, like I want to make money, right? But at the end of the day, it's always better to make nothing than to lose something. So by entering random trades at random points that aren't my analysis, I'm going to lose more 100% of the time. Like you will always lose more. There's not a way around it. There's no cheat. There's no hack. There's no fucking shortcut. You have to stick to your trading plan. You have to stick to your analysis. Now, that being said, if your analysis doesn't work, you need to fix that. You need to change your analysis or change your strategy or improve on that strategy, right? And another thing I wanted to go over too A huge thing. A lot of people have a strategy that works, even strategies that make 6 out of 10 trades, 7 out of 10 trades. You guys will use those strategies and you'll lose those 3, right? You take those 3 losses, you're like, fuck, I need a new strategy. I need a new mentor. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need a new course. And then that leads you down that rabbit hole of buying, 10 courses, 20 courses. When in reality, that first course you bought was probably okay. Maybe it needed some fine tuning, some tweaking a little bit. But after that, at the end of the day, like that strategy is going to work. It works for somebody. Like my strategy not always works for me, but 70-80% of the time works for me, always. It's been doing that. I've been using the same strategy for 2 to 3 years, right? Same thing. People always bring up other strategies to me. People always go out and search after they've, on a losing streak, let's say. They go out and search for the strategy, a new strategy, instead of improving on their own. And I'm not talking shit on any strategies. Like some people use Ichimoku Cloud. Some people use like whatever you want to use, you can use, but just make sure you stick to that and you get it as perfect as possible or as clear cut as possible. Because that means you're going to get a strategy, you're going to try it out for a month or 2, right? Let's say you lose, I don't even know. Let's say you lose 20 out of 100 trades. So you're still at an 80% win ratio. And you're like, oh, I could do better. 80% is really, really good. That's incredible. If you ask any pro trader, anyone who's like actually like an actual trader, their win ratio is probably not going to be above 80%. That's huge. If you win 80%, you'll be a millionaire in 6 months, or 2 months, or 3 months, or a month maybe, if you wanted to. Because if you win 80% of your trades, that's fucking insane. Especially you're sticking to 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1. You could take 100 losses and be okay. Next one on the list is greed. Okay. For greed, it's more like I need the money, or it's like I want to make as much money as fast as possible. And I know people have done that. I know I've done it right in the past. I know I've been like, oh fuck, like, when I first started trading, I was like, oh, I got rent coming up, $1,000, and it's like, okay, I got $500, I can double this, right? 5 days or something like that. 200% in 5 days is fucking crazy. Like that's I do it all the time, and I'm sure you guys have all done it in here, but it's not sustainable. It's so fucking hard to do. It's so difficult, right? If someone could do 200% a day consistently, the richest person in the world in a couple weeks or a couple months. So that's not like, don't set your standards at 200% a day or even 200% a week. Like that's crazy. So if you guys are making 10% a week, and I know like if I have a $100 account, it's only $10. Okay, well if you can make 10% a week on $100, there's no reason you can't make 10% a week on 100,000, right? There's no reason you can't make 10% a week on $1 million. You can apply the same strategy, the same risk management, the same mindset to the larger accounts. And I see that a lot too, right? People will start with larger accounts because like, oh, if I start with a large account, I can make a lot of money. It's like, no, you have no fucking clue what you're doing, so you're going to lose all that money. The more you start with, the more you're going to lose. Because one, you have no trading plan most likely, you have no risk management, and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So, this goes back to this again. Once you can kick this greed, right? Kick that greed and stick to the trading plan, you'll notice consistent gains every single week, or 1% better every single day as you yourself. Okay, so that's pretty much it on greed. I'd say to compensate for that, or to make up for the greed, set a goal for yourself. If it's 5%, start with being profitable. If you can become profitable every week, right? Because a lot of people too, they'll trade the whole entire week, right? The whole week till Wednesday or Thursday. And then on Friday, they're like, oh, I'm going to go fucking huge on Friday. Lose everything they made. Because they're not sticking to the same lot size, or they're not sticking to their trading plan. They're going away from their trading plan. Okay? So that's another huge thing, is learn to kick the greed. If you notice yourself getting greedy, you have to have the discipline to stop. Or stop. You just got to stop. Wait till the next day. Wait till the next trading session, right? Or especially too, a lot of people get trapped in a pair. So like they'll go into like, let's say Euro USD. You lose 5 trades in a row on it. Stop trading that fucking pair. Like there's 10,000 other pairs out there, right? There's all kinds of other stuff you can trade. So switch to another pair for a little bit. And if it may be your analysis. So if it's your analysis, you need to change it up. If your trading plan's not working, you need to change it up. And that'll get rid of your greed. Okay? Next one I'll go over is depression. So I'd say like after a losing streak, right? And I'm sure a lot of you guys are feeling this lately, because lately the market's been pretty tough. The market has been extremely, like it's been probably the most tough I've ever seen it. One, right, our country is so diversified, right? The country's divided, okay? So this is the gnarliest time in the market that I've ever traded, I think. in the last 3 years. So this one here is going to be a hard one for a lot of us, because not only do we have all kinds of negative shit going on in the world, right? I mean, shit, you open your phone, you open Instagram, you open any kind of social media, it's all kinds of, it's always fucking negative shit. That's why I always try and post like positive stuff, because not a lot of people are doing that. You know what I mean? It's all like, oh, look at Corona, oh, Biden, oh, Trump. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, nobody wants to hear that anymore. Like, we're over that, right? So this goes along with this. So if you're on a losing streak, right, and you notice yourself starting to get sad, that's okay. Like, that shit happens. It's an emotion, right? The best traders show no emotion. So if you're happy when you win and you're sad when you lose, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage already, immediately. So at your wins, right, keep your head straight. Okay, I won this trade. I did it because of this, and I'm just going to do that same thing next time. Okay, I lost this trade because, figure out why you lost it so you're not consistently losing and like, oh, fuck, I lost another trade. I wonder why. Because most likely, if you're losing trades, you can come back and fix that. You can fix that little mistake. I mean, I entered a little bit early. Like last night, right? I entered a GU sell. It pushed up higher, hit my stop loss, and then came back down because I entered the trade too early. That's okay, though. It was a small loss. It was like 30 pips or whatever. But my point is, now next time, I'm just going to wait for it to go to the next high. I noticed that mistake. That was the only mistake. I entered a tad bit early. Right? I was a couple hours too early. So if I should have waited a couple more hours, I'd been fine, and I wouldn't have been sad. Not that I was sad, because I was like, oh, it's just, it's a small loss. I can make it up, no problem. But a lot of people, when they're new, they'll just trade, and they'll get more depressed, more sad. And then eventually, you'll just be like, fuck this. I don't even want to trade anymore. I'm over it. This shit doesn't work, right? This is why 90% of people are not profitable. It's because they go through everyone goes through the same cycle. Nobody wants a mentor. Nobody wants a course. Nobody wants to stick to a plan. Everyone wants to just fucking get rich quick. And that's not what this shit is. You can make a lot of money trading, an incredible amount of money trading. I made more money my entire life in a month than I made working a year, right? That's because I stick to a plan. I'm always sticking to the exact same plan, my exact same discipline, my exact same strategy. And I use it every single time. And most of the time it works. So if you have that again, you can eliminate depression as well, right? If you're getting depressed about trading, go out, stop trading. Just stop trading. It's going to be here forever. It's not going anywhere. So, take a break. It's okay to take breaks. Everybody needs a break from time to time. I even need breaks. Everyone that you know needs a break from time to time. That's not saying that you should take a break all the time, but you definitely need to take a break if you notice that you're over trading or you're getting greedy or you're not sticking to your plan. Go do something that makes you happy. Go fucking walk your dog or like ride your bike or go walk along the beach or whatever it may be. So do that and then come back and reanalyze your plan. Is it working? Okay, cool. Is it not? All right, I got to fix it. Go back and take those notes. Make sure you guys fix those notes. Fix that part of your plan that's not working. That's not saying your whole trading plan is shit, right? You can have a great trading plan and be off by one thing. I'm risking 90 pips each time. Well, why are you risking 90 pips? Just go for better entry. So that could be that part of that plan that you change. Anxiety, this kind of goes along with this FOMO over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I have FOMO here and anxiety are kind of the same thing. So FOMO and anxiety, right? You see a good trade, you see a good setup, and it's already gone. The trade's already going, right? So you're trying to catch a shooting or falling knife or a shooting star, okay? So the chart's already going up, and your entry was here. So if my entry is here, right? My entry point is here, and the chart's already up here. Price is already up. I can't enter with the same analysis. I can't use the same lot size because my trade's already 40 pips. So what should you do? You need to wait for that next potential entry. So on the next break of the zone or on a pullback, right? There's no FOMO. There's literally thousands of trades every single day. Every single day there's thousands of trades. So if you miss your entry, like let's say you got busy, you got to take care of your kid, you got to go to the store, your internet went out, right? Anything like that. It's okay. Like there's literally fucking 100 trades a day or probably more. There's probably 10,000 a day. So those 10,000 trades a day, if you miss one, no big deal. Or if you miss one day of trading, that's not a big deal. So you guys can always find another trade, and that's a really important note to take. There's always another trade, no matter what. You're not gonna like, oh, I missed this 500 pip drop on gold. Look what happened 2 weeks ago. There's another 500 pip. What happened? Maybe another 2 weeks. Another 500 pip drop. It'll happen over and over and over and over and over again. Because in trading, history almost always repeats itself. Okay, so that's that anxiety, eagerness, FOMO. That's kind of all ties in together. If you miss a trade, you miss a trade. Look for another setup. And if it's not there, just do not take the trade. Because a lot of people end up losing a lot of money because you don't see your setup and you're like, oh, well, this looks okay, right? And you take it anyways. You shouldn't have taken that trade. Like you're ruining your discipline. So anyways, stick to that discipline. If you miss a trade, no big deal. Wait for the next one. There will always be trades every single day, okay? And then all of this, the fear, the greed, the depression, the anxiety, eagerness, FOMO, leads to giving up, okay? A lot of people give up on trading. I've had a lot of students, right? I've had 95 students that I've taught, personally mentored. Most of them anyways. But some of them end up giving up. Some people end up giving up because they're not willing to treat this like a job. They're not willing to take this seriously. They're only putting in half the work, right? So if you're all of a sudden doing really good in trading and you just ditch your trading plan, and you're all of a sudden doing really shitty, you're gonna get kind of sad, right? Or if I'm trying to teach something, and I know Alvin too, he's another mentor, you guys, he's a badass. But anyways, him and I both would agree on this, I guarantee it. You got to stick to what we teach. Like that's the reason that we're here. That's the reason you bought the course. There's a reason there's those lessons in the course, because we've already been through that shit. I know I've been through it 100 times, right? For my whole first year of trading, probably I was just ignorant and I was stubborn. I was like, oh, I don't need a fucking trading plan. Oh, I can do whatever I want. I could enter here. I could slap a 10 lot on this, slap a 5 lot on this, right? And yeah, sometimes I got lucky, but most of the time I was like, oh fuck, I got to refund my account. And I was like, oh, I'm going to give up. Oh, this shit sucks. And like I made a trading plan, kept a journal. Okay, I entered this trade because, and that led me to not giving up. And also, some motivation from some friends were like, hey man, I made fucking 40 grand today. I made 50 grand today. I made 100 grand today. Like that shit is 100% possible for anybody, right? And it's not going to happen overnight. It might take a month. It might take 6 years, but it will happen for you. And the more you stick to that plan, the more disciplined you are, the faster it will come, right? Everyone's so focused on the fucking money, like so focused. They're like, oh, I made $250 today. Like, that's dope, but like, how many pips did you make? What was your risk? That's the shit that I want to know. Like, I don't care how much money you made. I don't care what kind of car you just bought. Like, I want to know how you got it. I want to know what you looked at in order to do that. How many trades did you lose before that? If your risk management's 3-1, you lost 3-1-1. You break even, right? But that one trade that was above put me in profit. So that makes it a hell of a lot easier to be a profitable trader. You could literally win 2 out of 10 trades and be a profitable trader if you have the right risk management. So that's a huge thing too, right? Try not to go for 30 if you're risking 30. Because that means you have to win every other trade. And right now I understand this market's a little more volatile, a little more unpredictable, but it is still very doable and very possible to stick to a 2-1, to a 3-1. And if the setup's not there, just don't take it. Again, that goes back to that FOMO. Risk management, I kind of already covered that. But at the end of the day, I just want to tell you guys and make sure you guys all know, like, dude, don't fucking give up. This is like literally a life-changing thing, right? Whether you're in the mentorship course, if you're just in the free group, whatever. Like, even if you just want to use it as a side hustle, you have to stick to the plan. You have to put in the work. You have to treat this like a job. Okay, you can't be at work trying to trade off your phone and not do an analysis. Or if you're doing that on your phone, let's say at work or you have other shit going on, use a lower lot size. That way if you take the loss, because I notice a lot of people too, they're always focused on, oh, well, if I win the trade, I'll win this much. Well, what if I lose every trade that I have open, right? I look at every single trade as a loser, me, myself. I look at every single trade as a loser, every single one. Okay, if I lose my 4 positions that I have open, I'll lose X amount. And then I ask myself, right, am I okay with that? Am I going to be psychologically okay with that? Is it going to make me depressed? Is that 30% of my fucking account, right? That means I have to double up and win twice as much to make that back, plus the profit. So now I'm playing catch up, right? So we don't want to play catch up. That's what I'm saying too. Like, let's say you have a $1,000 account and you're slapping 0.20s on 100 pips risk, right? That's $200 each time you lose. So if I take 5 losses, I'm out. I'm done. But if I slap a 0.10, I can take 10 losses. 0.05, I can take 20 losses, right? So every time I win, I'm building that account. I'm not playing catch up because I can stick to that 0.10 or that 0.05 every single trade. And as long as my trades are good, I'll make a lot of money. I'm not risking everything on, 5 trades. A lot of people too, they'll get in and they'll start trading like, I'm doing good. Up your lot size. Lose 1 or 2 trades and that completely fucks your risk management. Because you'll do like a 0.20, you'll do a 0.10, 0.05, 0.07, 0.09, 0.11. Every entry is different. for no reason. It should all be the same, as long as you're risking, you know, similar pip amounts. So if you're risking 40, you can do 0.10. It's $40 each time. Boom, 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 each time. So if I'm risking 80, I shouldn't be doing the same. I should be doing half. So I'm risking more to make less, technically, right? If it's my stop loss, I don't want to lose twice as much for no reason. That's just the same analysis. So anyways, that's pretty much it for me, you guys. That's pretty much all I wanted to tell you guys. That's it. If you guys have any questions, you guys can unmute yourselves or type in the chat, and I'll go over it for you 100%.